Now as we begin Shabbat together, let us rise for the blessings over the candles. Page 4.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Hashem kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel
And you may be seated. Before we continue on page 5, I just wanted to make sure you notice that inside your Shabbat announcement book, on the second page, right here on the other side of the front cover, you'll see the English for one day, which Kenner Goldman introduced several weeks ago, that we do as an addition to the Hashkivenu, and then the Osei Shalom, the English part that she also brought to us. So just make a note of that when we get to those parts of the service. Let's continue now with Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, page 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malchei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yailai, Boachem Leshalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malchei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bachuni Leshalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malchei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yailai, Zeichem Leshalom, Malchei Hashalom, Malchei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash, sing to Adonai a new song, page 13.
Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo, pasro miyom leyom yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo, pasro miyom leyom yeshuato. Sapru v'goyim kevodo, b'chol ha'amim niflotav, ki gadol Adonai u'b'cholam me'od. Noirahu al kol Elohim. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo,
Continue now on the next page. The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea and its fullness roar. Together, Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz.
ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. יירום הים, יירום הים, יירום הים ומלואו. יירום הים, יירום הים, יירום הים ומלואו. ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. Bottom of page 20. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו לחרשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו לחרשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו לחרשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו לחרשו.
And now let us welcome the Sabbath Queen with the words of Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, page 23.
לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתחילה, ולתחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם לצלחה, סוד מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, ומשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
And please be seated. As we do now on every Friday night, do we have any visitors here to Beth Yeshurun? Your first time here in Houston at Congregation Beth Yeshurun? All right. Well, I guess Labor Day is not a kind of weekend you want to visit Houston, so I understand. Well, let's take a moment now to welcome each other and wish everyone to your left and your right and behind you a Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, now that we've welcomed everybody, which is really nice. It's great to be friendly, and that's what we try to be here at Beth Yeshurun. We also want to welcome those who are mourning, and those who are mourning and observing a yard site will now recite the Mourner's Kaddish, which is found on page 30 in the prayer book. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbi V'yalma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'zman kari v'yemru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach li'alam li'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha b'reichu. Le'la min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiron bi'alma v'yemru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yemru, amen. Osei shalom b'imramav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yemru, amen. We now ask everyone to rise for Baruch, page 39. You may be seated. We continue with Ahavat Olam, page 40.
בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue silently in Hebrew or English to the bottom of page 42.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם באמת.
Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders? Mi Chamocha, page 44. Well, yasher koach to the band especially, and to the cantor. Cool. Well, shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. If you'll notice, again, there's a little reminder on the inside of these handy-dandy things, these program playbill announcements. You might take a little look at the page where it says, one day, Madas Yahu. On that page, just reminder some words. Page 45, Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו אל השלום והעמידנו מלכנו אל החיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו אל השלום והעמידנו מלכנו אל החיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. Sometimes I lay under the moon and I thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו אל השלום והעמידנו מלכנו אל החיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו אל השלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat, the top of page 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. Good Shabbos, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. Good Shabbos, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. Good Shabbos, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
And now please rise.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בלמד יברא קידושי וימליך מלכותי, וחי כל יום ולכל ובחיי דכל Shabbat vit bar vit Raman vit Naser vit Adar vit Ale vit Halal Shemei de Kodesha ורيح الليلة من כל בחצה ושירתה תוש בחרתה ונחמתה דם אירן ועמל ואימרו Amen.
And now we continue silently, page 47 through page 52.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Veshalom Rav Al Kol Yoshvei Tevet Tasim Leolam Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lechu El HaShalom Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lechu El HaShalom Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Veshalom Rav Al Kol Yoshvei Tevet Tasim Leolam V'toiv b'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Veshalom Rav Al Kol Yoshvei Tevet Tasim Leolam Baruch atah Adonai HaMevarech et Amo Yisrael Bashalom.
Osei Shalom Bimromav.
shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down. Oh, say shalom, b'rama. Oh, say shalom, b'rama. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down.
Now let's pray for those in our community, our families, those who are ill, those who need a refuah shlema, a complete healing of the mind, body, soul, and spirit, as the cantor leads us in a Misha Barak prayer found in the inside back cover of your Siduri.
May the source of strength
And you may be seated as we continue in our service. Page 54, the Kaddish Shalem.
יתקרב שמי רבה, ועלמתי ורקירותי, והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובחונף חיירו כל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם מעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי לקודשה. וריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלותהון ובתנוחו ישראל, חודם ובנמשמיה, ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומה. יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
So good Shabbos, everyone. It's great to see everyone here this evening. And again, I want to wish everyone a good Labor Day weekend. So some of you know that now I have two children that are in college. And 3 years ago, when I took my son Joshua to Austin, the University of Texas, it was a very easy move-in. He had a couple duffel bags. We got to his nice dorm, Callaway, which a lot of the Jewish kids in Austin live. It's a nice dorm. We moved in. It took about 20 minutes. Put his clothes in a drawer, hung up his Astros pennant. He said, Dad, I'm out of here. I'm heading to my new fraternity house. You're ready. You can do whatever you want. That was a pretty easy move-in. But then last week, I had a daughter moving halfway across the country to the College of William and Mary in Virginia. And that was not an easy move. We showed up at Hobby Airport last Thursday morning at 4:45 in the morning with 6 of the largest bags you've ever seen. Thank God Southwest does not charge baggage fees. And we had to fly from Houston Hobby to Atlanta, an awful airport, no offense to anyone here from Atlanta, and then are on our way to Richmond, Virginia. We landed in Richmond, Virginia, and I had to go rent the biggest Suburban I've ever been in my life. And that was only at noon. And at that point, we then had an hour drive to Williamsburg, Virginia. Now, William and Mary is the second oldest university in the United States. It was formed in 1693. It's a beautiful campus, an incredible area of the country. And the university is old, and I think the dorm I moved my daughter in is even older than the university. Luckily, her room had air conditioning, unlike about half the rooms in her dorm. We did luck out on that. But there were plenty of stairs to climb up. There's no elevator in this dorm. And the dorm, her dorm, sharing with a girl from Maryland, was about as big as this stand right here. I got all those bags up. I was a dutiful husband and father. And then Lisa said, Brian, can you please go pick up the Amazon packages I already sent? I was more than happy to get out of that dorm room. So I headed over to the campus post office, assuming there'd be maybe 1 box or 2 boxes. No, my wife had sent 13 boxes on Amazon. So there I was, about 3:30, with all the boxes, more move-in to do. And that night, I've never been more sore and exhausted in my life. So Friday morning, we woke up, and there were plenty of Target trips to make. And after our 4th trip to Target, my wonderful daughter called Lisa and me in our car and said, Dad, I want you to know I brought my mezuzah. And I didn't know she brought a mezuzah. I was going to bring it up Parents' Weekend. You have 30 days to put up your mezuzah. But Dad, I brought my mezuzah that I bought in Israel this past summer. Will you and Mom come to my dorm on your way back from Target and help me put up my mezuzah? I had an instant burst of energy. I've never been happier in my entire life as a father. But then she said, Dad, of course you have a scroll with you. You're a rabbi, right, Dad? Well, honey, I am a rabbi, but I don't keep kosher scrolls in my back pocket. You could have told me yesterday. I could have easily picked one up at our sisterhood gift shop. Where's Vicky? At our sisterhood gift shop. Or any other places. So, honey, I don't have a scroll. Dad, how could you forget to bring a scroll? Well, it was 1:30 on a Friday afternoon, and we were leaving Sunday morning, so I was determined to find a scroll. And of course, my challenge is that I was in Williamsburg, Virginia. So I did what all of us do when we need something in a hurry. I went to Amazon. And Amazon, you can order kosher scrolls, but it would take 4 or 5 days to get to Williamsburg. So then I called, there is a synagogue in Williamsburg. I called the synagogue, and unfortunately, they were closed. There is a wonderful Hillel on campus that our own and wonderful Gershon Lid. Maybe you knew him as Gary Lid. He grew up here. I see Marilyn back there. And Dora Lee is his mother. Maurice Lid is his father. And he grew up here and started the Hillel, William and Mary, several years ago. I called the Hillel, but unfortunately, there was no answer. So I had one more chance to find a kosher scroll. I called Chabad. Now, it's not often that I call Chabad. It's nothing disrespectful. I have friends who are Chabad rabbis, but I don't always call Chabad. But I want to tell you what happened when I called the Chabad rabbi. I called and explained the situation, and he said, no problem, I'll be in your daughter's dorm in 30 minutes. And he showed up there in 30 minutes as Lisa and I were unpacking stuff from Target. And not only did he bring a kosher scroll, he had 2 challahs with him, which was very sweet. And then he asked my daughter, what's one mitzvah you can do every single day? My daughter thought for a moment and said, well, what about making new friends at all the parties I'm going to go to? He said, no, that doesn't count. And he pulled out a tzedakah box and told her every day put a little extra change in, and that can be one of the mitzvot you perform every day. And then he also gave her some candles that she could light on Shabbat. And together, this rabbi that I just met, my wife, me, and Noah, put up a mezuzah. And all the kids in the dorm came down. They couldn't understand what this thing was and why we were putting it up. Noah was a little red, but we put it up. And Lisa and I were very touched. And I was reminded something there as a parent, not necessarily as a rabbi, but more importantly as a father. We've been very blessed to raise our 3 children at Beth Yeshurun Day School and at Emory and Weiner. My kids have only known Jewish schools. They've only known schools where almost all their classmates are Jewish. They've only known Jewish camps. And for Lisa and I to send our daughter to a school that has over 400 Jewish students, it's 7%, and the Jewish community is growing, but it's certainly different than Emory and Weiner or Beth Yeshurun Day School. It brought a lot of peace to my wife and me, knowing that there's Rabbi Lit and this new wonderful Chabad rabbi that I met. It brought us a lot of peace knowing that there were rabbis there for my daughter now in her new campus. And it reminded me of the difference a rabbi can make. A difference I hope and pray that I'll continue to make in my own ways for many years to come as I'm blessed to be a rabbi here at Beth Yeshurun. I have differences with Chabad. I don't agree with everything they do, but I will say I was re-inspired that day and reminded of the difference a rabbi can make just by showing up, just by being there. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And now let us rise in body or spirit as we continue with the Aleinu, as the ark is opened, and we continue on page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כבואי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל החמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ, ומה שיקרא בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אלוהינו, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, ודעת היום ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
And now we invite all those in mourning and all those observing a yahrzeit to remain standing for the words of the mourner's Kaddish. This week at Beth Yeshurun, we offer condolences to the families of Dr. Michael Gordon and Herbert J. Lewis. The mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yitzgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbi, v'yamad divrach yirteh v'yamlik machuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayeh dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'yemru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbi mevorach le'olam omei amaya. Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha b'rechu, le'ela min kol berkata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechemata, da'miram b'yama v'yemru amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yemru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yemru amen. Please be seated. So we're very excited tonight. We have 8 anniversaries to celebrate. First, celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary, Vicky and Michael Richker. Mazel tov. And one very wonderful thing you wanted to share with our community is, Vicky, you've convinced Michael to audition for Cantor Goldman's choir, her new intergenerational choir for the high holidays, and he loves being a part of it, which I'm not surprised, and we will love it too. So thank you, Michael, and more importantly, thank you, Vicky. And may God continue to bless the two of you, and we thank you for all that you do for our community. May God bless you with more simchas, more opportunities to give to those in need, and God bless you for many more years of health. Happy 15th wedding anniversary. Mazel tov. Celebrating 4 decades of marriage, Marion and Richard Smith. There you go. There you are. Mazel tov. 40 years. This year, you're very thankful that over the last year, your son Benjamin, who lives in Colorado, recently told you that he's open to the idea of marriage and is actually discussing the concept with a longtime girlfriend. It's not easy in this day and age. A lot of young adults like to wait, so it's okay. But I hope and pray he'll get married soon and bring you only more happiness and peace. And you're also very happy and very fortunate that your property was repaired and now your lives have returned to normal. And may you continue to only good years and blessings in the years ahead. Happy 40th wedding anniversary. Mazel tov. Celebrating their 41st wedding anniversary, Jeannie and Larry Krim. Mazel tov. This year, your son and daughter-in-law came with their 2 children, ages 1 and 3, from Connecticut to visit. It was the first time you were all together with your daughter and son-in-law, who live here, with your other daughter and son-in-law that live here. And all of you were together. It was the first time. Finally, after COVID, everyone could get together, which I'm sure brought a lot of happiness and peace to the two of you. And of course, it's always not very easy to get everyone together, but my prayer and hope is that you'll continue to have time surrounded by the many people that love you, and especially those closest to you, as you celebrate 41 years of marriage. Mazel tov. Celebrating their 44th wedding anniversary, Linda and Michael Freeberg. Mazel tov. And Linda and Michael, the best thing that happened to you this year was the fantastic trip the two of you took with your children and grandchildren to Hawaii for 10 days during the summer. And I know what a blessing that was for your family and your large and growing family. And they only continue to bring you happiness and peace for many years to come as you celebrate 44 years of marriage. Mazel tov. Celebrating their 48th wedding anniversary, Marcia and Lonnie Schooler. Mazel tov. And the greatest part of this past year is the most important part of all, getting to spend time with your children and grandchildren. And may they continue to bring you only happiness and peace, the ones here, the ones in Austin, and may continue to bring you only health and happiness. Happy 48th wedding anniversary. Mazel tov. Celebrating 55 years of marriage, Barbara and Ben Rosenberg. There you are. Mazel tov. As you look over the past year, you're very grateful for good health and mobility, allowing you to travel, especially to Boulder, Colorado, to be with your daughter and 2 grandsons. And you're also thankful for your weekly FaceTime visits with them to light Shabbat candles, recite Kiddush, and have family conversations over dinner. I hope you'll have an opportunity to be with them many more times, whether it's virtually or in person, as you celebrate 55 years of marriage and set a wonderful example for all who love you. Mazel tov. And 2 more wonderful anniversaries, both celebrating 57 years. First, Leora and Jack Levine. Mazel tov. You're thankful for good health and able to enjoy your 7 grandchildren. You're thankful to have been able to experience the Maccabi games in Israel, which Jackie made us all very proud this past July. And Jack, you've signed up as well for Kenner Goldman's Intergenerational High Holidays Choir. You met prerequisites to join, you love to sing, and you're under 118 years of age. So there you go. And you look like you're 18. You look great, both of you. And God continue to bless the 2 of you. I can't believe you're celebrating 57 years of marriage. Mazel tov. Happy anniversary. And also celebrating 57 years of marriage, Ethel and Bernard Nelkin. Mazel tov. It's great to have the 2 of you with us. You have a lot to be thankful for. You're very thankful for your good health, and you were able to travel to New Jersey to be with your 3 children and 3 granddaughters for all of Passover. And you're looking forward to a new year full of good surprises. And I know you will. We appreciate the 2 of you being here as you celebrate such an important milestone in your lives. As God continues to bless you, many more good years of marriage as you celebrate 57 years of marriage. Mazel tov. So it's an exciting time of the year as we get ready for the holidays. We've begun a new program year. So I'm going to turn the floor over first to Rabbi Morgan and Rabbi Fort. We want to make sure just to share you a little bit about all these incredible programs and classes, all these new things we have happening here at Beth Yeshurun.
So our adult learning program is going to begin next Sunday, September 11th, and we have several year-long classes. My Invitation to Judaism class is going to be starting again September 11th, 9 o'clock in the morning, followed by Diane Dorff, my wife, is going to be teaching the introduction to Hebrew class for those people who need to learn the Hebrew alphabet and pronounce Hebrew words. And then at 10 o'clock, I'll be teaching an adult B'nai Mitzvah class, which the Hebrew for that is going to be at 9 o'clock with Diane, where you'll actually be learning some of the prayers. And my part of the class is going to be actually teaching the prayer book. And this is actually open to not just people interested in doing an adult bar bat mitzvah, but anybody who would like to learn more about the prayers in the prayer book. I'm going to be showing you a roadmap to understand how the prayer book was put together, what the prayers are doing there, why we repeat some of them so many times, and what they actually mean, and what we can get, most importantly, what we can get out of them. So that's going to be throughout the year. Specific prayers each week, which will be listed on our website. So you can just click on the website, see what I'll be teaching about. You can drop in just for a particular week or 2 if you'd like. But if you'd like to do the adult bar bat mitzvah, you're kind of committed for the year, so that at the end of the year, the class will be leading a service and reading from the Torah. Rabbi Horowitz is going to be teaching 2 classes. One is an inspiration from the lives and teachings of the early Hasidic masters at 9 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, he's going to use material from the Shalom Hartman Institute on how to build a Jewish faith. It's modern Jewish thinking and philosophy, sources and texts from the Hartman Institute that he'll be teaching. He's a wonderful teacher, and it's a year-long class. I'm sure they'll both be wonderful classes. This September 11th, getting ready for the holidays, I'm going to be doing a triple header. The adult bar mitzvah class, the Invitation to Judaism class, and then at 11 o'clock, a class just on Unatana Tokef, which is the central prayer of the High Holy Days. So that's the prayer that says, who will live and who will die? Very uplifting prayer. And I'm going to show why that prayer was written, why it seems so dramatic, right? And how it was cleverly crafted from bits from pieces from the Bible and rabbinic literature. And then, again, how we can get some meaning from, as a modern Jew, how the prayer can give us meaning as we enter the High Holy Days. That'll be at 11 o'clock. And those and other classes will be listed on our website, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday mornings.
If we're plugging classes, I can't help myself. I was asked to teach at the J's High Holiday Boot Camp just to get you flex those high holiday muscles. So whether you have a good idea of the basics or want to go a little deeper, or you really just want to cover some basics, you can join me at the Murphish, because of all the construction zone that is the J currently, on Thursdays, 11:15. You just have to register so we know how many copies to run off. And I will be covering Rosh Hashanah. That one was supposed to be this week, but due to an errant case of toddler illness, it was not this week, and so it will be next week. In addition to Yom Kippur, we'll also be covering Simchat Torah and Sukkot, all the goodies, every Thursday leading up to the high holidays. So it will be happening again this Thursday, 11:15 at the Murphish, courtesy of the Jade. Go to our website for more details. In addition, because we have really started our program year, we are restarting the healing service sometime at the Ark, and that would be on the second Friday of the month, so that will be the one coming up. If you have anyone in your life who needs a little bit of a healing prayer, a prayer said for them right in front of the Ark, or perhaps it's you and you just want some time where it's just you, the Ark, the Torahs, me, if you'd like. We spend some time together there. That's at 5:30, so just before services. You don't have to register. You don't have to bring anything. It doesn't cost any money. You don't even have to be a member. We just want you to come. If you want to come and have some time at the Ark, we'll say a prayer together, and you just have that space to be with yourself, with God, and just pray for whatever it is your heart needs some prayer for. That's 5:30. You can join me at the whatever sanctuary we're not in for Friday night services. So usually going to be Barg. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Rabbi Fort. And just a couple other quick announcements. On Monday, September 12th, we're partnering with Americans for Ben-Gurion University. We're welcoming Michal Bar Asher Siegel, who entertained us with her talk, When a Heretic and a Rabbi Walk into a Bar. There's more information on our website. Our 100 Jewish Men begins its 21st year, a week from this Wednesday, September 14th. And our kickoff will be with Cantor Goldman and our president, David Stein. And David's going to interview her, Oprah Winfrey style, an opportunity to really delve into her life. Why she decided to be a cantor? What does she enjoy doing the most? What is she most excited about doing here at Beth Yeshurun? So it'll be a chance to get to know Cantor Goldman even more for all the men in our congregation. That's September 14th. And finally, our High Holiday website is up and running. We have everything you need to know about the upcoming High Holidays. Deadline for the Yisker book. September 9th is our deadline to sign up any of your college students. Our catering department will have its famous and popular High Holiday meals to go. And on Sunday, September 11th, we'll be having our moment at the Ark, where you and your family can sign up for private time at the Ark with your rabbis on that Sunday. And of course, our 100 Jewish Men Honey fundraiser. Your last chance to order honey is just a few days away. So go there if you want to order honey for those in your family or community for this upcoming Rosh Hashanah. So a lot going on, so go to our website. Love to see you at these programs as we get ready for such a great time of year as Jews. And now we're ready to bring our service to a close. I see some of our children here tonight. I'd love to call up our children. I'd love to see them come up, whether it's with their parents or by themselves, but to help Cantor Goldman lead us into Kiddush. All our children, come on up. And we say to our children, to our sons, we say, Yesimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim ve'ke'Menashe. May God bless our sons like Ephraim and Menashe. And for our daughters, we say, Yesimek Elohim ke'Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, ve'Leah. May God bless our daughters like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And may God bless all of our precious children with peace always. And we say, Amen. Please rise now for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu Shabbat koshol